All right, hey everybody. This video is going to be a little bit shorter than last one because unfortunately I got to get to sleep here. But I apologize that the audio didn't work the last time, and we're currently in a different window than I originally started at. So basically, this is the window that got a lot of different phrases, 824 of them, because I added all these seed keywords to create many more ideas. Originally, when I put tesol certification in here, only about 416 phrases populated, and this is for all of the entire world. So these are estimated phrases, searches every single month for tesol certification, 18,100 times. For ESL certification, it's 3,600, so you can see this is the bulk of them. But if you search just tesol, it'll be 49,500 that are searched throughout the entire globe. And then TEFL course is 22,200, so the course is actually even higher than TESOL certification. Now this is for the entire world, so let's delineate it down to maybe the United States, for example. So if you just do United States, it will change the number from 18,100 down to 5,400. And you'll see that larger number for TESOL dropped down as well, TEFL course, etc. So, if you look at the United States, TESOL certification is actually much higher than, I think, TEFL course when you look at just the country. But if you want to look at, the maybe country of South Korea, which is a popular area, I would say number 5 right now, which I'll show you here in a little bit. You can see the numbers are much smaller just for South Korea, etc. Now, how do I know it's different from Korea versus the United States versus whatever? Obviously, the numbers are different, but you can also use the tool Google Trends. And in Google Trends, you'll get to see the different phrases. Let's say you add TESOL certification as your main phrase. It'll tell you what countries have the interest around it. So the Philippines actually is number 1 ahead of the United States, and Canada being number 3, and then South Africa 4, and then South Korea is number 5, as I mentioned before. And they have up to about 12 regions, it looks like here. So Vietnam, Thailand, Austria, India. So these are maybe countries that you can consider, but that's using the phrase TESOL certification. I mean, if we use TESOL, just TESOL only, you'll see potentially, it changes to China, Mongolia, Myanmar, Uzbekistan, Cambodia. So now TESOL obviously is different from TESOL certification, at least in terms of how people are searching and why they're searching for it. We could actually go through the actual SERP, the search engine results page, to see what it actually is the intent, meaning what Google is trying to provide. It's interesting because TESOL, it looks like is TESOL certification if you just type in TESOL, but also the organization is what shows up ahead of that. There's also TEFL, and there's also ESL. And so there's a lot of different permutations that we can talk about, but we are trying to at least think through, like, what are the phrases that we would want to consider, and what are countries that you're wanting to think about in terms of order and priorities, because just one country by itself with these phrases can be quite extensive. So we can hit these one by one, and eventually if I do start working with you guys, I probably have to charge, or maybe you might have to think of a proper way to motivate me, because unfortunately I can't just live off of this at this point. I am currently trying to figure out other income sources, and so if you want to incentivize me, put me focused on this more, you think through what you think is best, Conan and maybe team. But this is kind of the information that you're probably wanting, so that eventually I can show you how to get higher for those positions. It also breaks it out by different categories with the keyword phrases. You'll get to see this once it's downloaded, and you'll see the different columns that these are basically represented. So that's just kind of a quick overview on the 2 tools that will help me understand the landscape, meaning how people are searching, how many times they're searching, which countries they're searching. And so this is the main thing that I wanted to share with you. And good news is that I only spent a little less than 5 minutes explaining it here in the second attempt. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions, we'll talk more. There's other things like these other broaden your search keywords, which can expand the list even more. what period we're looking at, whether or not we just use English or other languages, Google or its partners. There's all kinds of other things that we can talk about. But for now, I'll just leave it at this. Hope this makes sense.